Rohan was ashamed of his own grandmother. Not because she was rude. Not because she didn't love him. But because of her old, torn slippers. Every day after tuition, when other kids were picked up by parents in neat clothes and shiny shoes, Rohan's Dottie would arrive slowly, in her faded sari, wearing the same broken slippers. And every day, Rohan walked ahead alone, pretending he didn't know her. Then one afternoon, everything changed. A group of Rohan's friends stopped him on the way home. One of them looked at Dottie standing behind him and laughed softly. "Bro, your Dottie still wears those same broken slippers." The other kids giggled quietly. Rohan forced an awkward smile, trying hard to hide his embarrassment. Behind them, Dottie stood silently. She simply smiled at him with love, and quietly followed him home. That night during dinner, Dottie was silent. Usually, she would ask him about school, his homework, whether he wanted more food. But today, she barely spoke. Rohan noticed it. But he ignored it. Later that night, Rohan woke up to drink water. As he walked through the dark house, he noticed a dim yellow light near the window. Curious, he moved closer. And there, he saw Dottie. She was sitting quietly under a weak bulb, carefully stitching his torn school bag with trembling hands. Her eyesight was weak. Her fingers shook while holding the needle. But still, she continued sewing patiently. So her grandson wouldn't have to carry a damaged bag to school. Rohan stood frozen, silently watching her. And then, his eyes slowly fell on her slippers. The bottoms were completely torn. One slipper even had a piece of cardboard placed inside, to cover the hole. Rohan's heart sank. For the first time, he understood the truth. Those slippers weren't old because Dottie didn't care. They were old, because she had spent everything on him. The next morning, after Dottie left for the temple, Rohan quietly opened her cupboard. Inside, he found a tiny cloth purse. There was very little money inside, just a few folded notes and some coins. But then, he noticed a paper. It was a list of expenses. School fees, books, uniform, tuition fees, lunch money. Every single rupee had been planned carefully. And at the bottom of the page, one line was written. Need to save more for Rohan. Rohan's eyes filled with tears. Suddenly, he remembered everything. Dottie never bought new clothes. Never spent money on herself. Never complained. She silently sacrificed her comfort, so he could live better. And he had been ashamed of her. That evening, Rohan opened his piggy bank. He counted every coin, every note, and walked to a small shop nearby. With all his savings, he bought a simple pair of new slippers. When he returned home, Dottie was sitting outside. Rohan slowly placed the packet in her hands. Dottie looked confused. "What is this, son?" Rohan smiled softly. "Open it." As she opened the packet and saw the slippers, her eyes instantly filled with tears. Rohan hugged her tightly and whispered softly, "Dottie, I'm sorry." Dottie lovingly touched his head and smiled. And that day, for the very first time, Rohan proudly walked beside his grandmother. Not ahead of her. Beside her. Lesson from this story. Many times we feel embarrassed by the simplicity of our parents or grandparents, their old clothes, their broken slippers, their simple lifestyle. But we forget something important. While we were busy worrying about what others would say, they were silently sacrificing their own happiness for us. The people who love us the most often live with the least for themselves. Never judge someone by what they wear. Because sometimes, behind old slippers, is a heart full of sacrifice and unconditional love. Always respect your parents and grandparents. Because their love and sacrifices are worth more than any wealth in this world.